In 1911, two teams set out on a race to be the first to reach the South Pole. But before we talk about that story, let's talk about the big financial or career goal that you have. You can use one of two major strategies to reach your goal. One strategy is to move forward as fast as you can when the conditions are favorable, knowing that you could be halted at various points by unfavorable conditions. The other strategy is to march consistently towards your goal at the same pace, irrespective of conditions. Which strategy is better? To understand this, let's go back to our 1911 story that Jim Collins talked about in his book Great by Choice. So in 1911, two teams set out on a race to be the first to reach the South Pole. One team was led by Roald Amundsen and the other by Robert Scott. Robert Scott's team followed the strategy of moving as fast as they can, say even marching 40 to 50 miles per day when the conditions were good. But they did not march at all when the conditions were bad. For example, during snowstorms. Amundsen's team, however, followed a very different strategy. They marched 20 miles every day, irrespective of conditions, even if they were excellent or there were snowstorms. So they did not overexert themselves even on good days. So which team won? Amundsen's team, which marched 20 miles consistently, reached the South Pole with all team members alive. Scott's team, in fact, did not make it. They perished 10 miles short of the South Pole 34 days after Amundsen's team had got there. This may seem surprising. Before we look at how this applies to your career, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button if you want more tips on financial freedom and career development. We often tend to think that taking advantage of the good days to move faster is a better strategy to reach our financial and career goals. But we miss one important problem with this strategy. We assume that there will be enough good days, but that is not in our control. And when things go wrong and the bad days come along, we are exhausted by our quick marches and can't move at all. This is what happened to Scott's team. When the conditions became bad, they were so exhausted that they couldn't survive trying to outpace Amundsen's team. Jim Collins calls this the 20-mile march. The same is true for your goals. If you want to reach an ambitious financial or career goal, you should have a plan, set a specific pace, and march consistently towards it in a sustainable manner. There will be good days, for example, roles with great opportunities or great market returns, and bad days. But if you do not march consistently, you will fail or take much longer to reach your goal because you simply can't control how long the good and bad phases will last. If you attempt to fast-track things by working 100 hours a week to reach your goal faster when things are favorable, you will be exhausted and eventually be slowed down by things beyond your control. If you march inconsistently, this is how your graph will look. You will have extremely good days and may move fast initially, but you will also have extremely bad days and may make slow progress overall. If you march consistently, your graph will initially be slow, but you will make it faster eventually because you're making sustainable progress, are not exhausted, and the bad days don't affect you that much. To reach any goal in life, use the 20-mile march concept and march consistently. Consistency is the only lever that you can control in a world of uncertainties. And if you want to know the number one career strategy that you need to use to outshine your competition, watch this video.